Right, here we go. This is part 2 now. So we know what we've got to make. We know what we want to make. We're just going to see if we can get there with this Audi RS6. Let's go. Right, so here we go. So all I'm going to do now, because obviously at the minute we are where we was, so there's no point in running it where we are, so I'm going to flash it. I've gone open loop just because I don't quite know what this turbo is going to do, so I'm going to tune it open loop then switch to closed loop when I'm finished. So I'm going to run 40% fixed wastegate duty and see what that does. So let's just flash that on. So this will be version 3. I've allowed for like plenty of boost. It's just about setting it up really, getting it somewhere near. So the charge pack is on. We're going to be using auto tuner just to flash it again. So hold car. Yeah, here we go. If ECUs are there. And nope, don't want to do that. On the right, I've already read it. Right ECU, tune file, version 3, open, yes. And away we go. So we'll come back when that's all flashed. Right, we're all flashed up. That took a bit of a while. The second ECU kept falling off. But after a few attempts, it's flashed it. So we haven't ran a car fresh on the dyno today yet, so I've got to set it up. Turbo, no slip, rear wheel drive. 600 at the minute. I'll put it on 8. I never know where it's going to go. So let's get these revs set up. Let's get testing Fabian's wrapping skills. Strapping skills. I'll stick it to 5th gear again. To get better logs. So we get to about 2.5k. And I go to 400 because there's actually a dot for that. Sounds nice. You're going to be running 40% duty, which might not wake you up much, depends on the actual wastegate. Codes, still the same. Okay. We did save a log for this, so I'm going to open that up. So selection from file, RS6. So we've got boost, fuel, timing, yeah, that's enough. Enough for this. Switch to turbo, log, Audi RS6, run 1, new day, 40% duty. Now the only issue with this car, as I've probably mentioned before, I've already gone off that, is the flash time. It takes about 30 minutes to flash both ECUs, so the car's kind of cold between each run. Not ideal. The later one is a lot faster, but this one we're kind of stuck. Still around -10 on the fuel, so still a little bit of trimming to do there. But it's better to be minus than plus at this point. So I'm going to start the logs, open the dyno, and we're going to give it a run. Well, I hit a bit of a wall there. So not bad power currently, but 650 brake at 968.7 Newton meters. But we seem to hit a bit of a wall at about 5k, so I've got to do a bit of finding out what that is. Fuel's still a bit rich. There's a bit of smoke on the run. It's still sitting a bit rich. It might be popping a pipe off there, unfortunately. Right, let's have a look. So we've got the runs here anyway, so I can look at what it was before at 10%. So there's the RPM and there's the blip, about 5k. Might be temperature related. We're just getting up to it. We're just ticking over 70 degrees, and now we're just under 90. It might just be temperature related. Minus 14. So we're pretty much always sat in a minus on the fuel. Low, we're still low, 171. Jets timing's low, 4.9. So we're nowhere near the end of the injectors, which we shouldn't be anyway. Boost, we're just doing a steady 1900 millibar. That's 900 over atmospheric. Room's 985, so waste getters we set 40%. No timing pull, so it might just be a temperature thing. Where are we now? Trims, so minus 30. So I'm just going to give it another run. We can clear that up on the next flash. Still sounds alright. Let's go again. It is 670 that time, which is a bit weird because it's not the peak torque. There's not a lot of boost difference, about 200 millibar boost difference. We've done 670 brake. Timing is currently stopped. Yep, no timing added. It's all these here. Let's have a look at the engine bay, see if anything's come off. Right, so we've done a few tests just to figure out what's going on. I've shut the bonnet and it seems to now rev to about 60k, so I did think originally it might be something there. Now the fueling's like getting a bit richer as it's going, so I think we're going to smoke test just to see. But I have switched on the timing retardation to see if there's any timing being pulled across the cylinders before I give it another run. Just as a little, so we can see what's going on. So we just did a pull and it did 681 brakes, still at the same. We ain't done anything with the power or anything else. So I just want to see what's going on, a bit of a diag, so we can carry on and work around it. So let's have a quick look at the retardation as we do a pull. See what the crack is. Doesn't do anything on idle. So repeat on this. transient fuel isn't the best. Sort that out. 70 brake. So it's kicking out about 5.9 according to the dyno. It's about that on the logs too. We're still sitting a bit of fuel there, so I might just give it a smoke test. It might just be that the extra boost we put in is causing a bit of a leak. It's just weird how it's always at the same point. And the RPM limits are, I'm sure I've not changed them. Gosh, at the end, is it on this Med 9? I keep thinking I'm Med 17. So 7.6, I'm nowhere near those. 7.6, so 7.6 across the board. Thought I was wide way off. So, I need to look into it. I mean, it might just be the spark. It's a bit weird how it's always at the same point. I'm not running in a rail or anything yet, so it might just be a case of running out a bit of fuel, but the fuel seems okay on the trims. It just leaned out at that point. The actual fuels were alright. Just lean out a little bit though. So maybe I just need to send in a bit of rail pressure. Right, the car's all flashed now and we're going to give it a run. It's going to be like a moment of truth, because if this doesn't work, then we are going to have to start looking at hardware and see what's going on. I have messaged VagTechnics just to see what spark plugs are in. He hasn't messaged us back yet, so I've got a feeling it could be spark related, because it's kind of like as you go up the RPM, we get a little bit of a misfire. I've gone all over the fuel and everything else, and it all seems to be okay. I don't see really any problems with the fuel pressure and things like that, so let's see where we are. So I'm going to give it a quick run now. If it still misfires now, then I think it's going to be a case of whipping out those spark plugs, which are horrible if anyone knows about these, so that'd be a pretty good video. Hopefully get VagTechnics up here to give us a chuck. So we'll change out, or at least inspect the spark plugs, but even taking the spark plugs out is a job, so the chances are we're going to be putting new spark plugs in, because we're going to have to go there again. But that's unless it runs okay now, so let's give it a run. Hopefully it's okay. If not, then workshop time. Which is okay, because that's how this goes. Nothing's ever straightforward, and you do run into issues, especially with these high powered builds. So let's have a look. Right, so I think that's that. Got to get it right on these lower parts, and it's only at 585 now. We've got a 600 run, so we know that should be pretty much okay, but we can't get up there, so this is how it goes sometimes. I can have a little bit more fuel, but you kind of like masking an issue. I'd rather just find out what that issue is, and then so we can carry on regardless. Start loading that boost in. We're not running any boost at the minute. I've talked to TTE, the people who make the turbos, and they're saying I can run about 1.8 bar to make the roundabout the figure that we're looking for. So I'm nowhere near that. I'm a bar behind. So at this point, we need to figure out what that issue is, and then we can move on. So I hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe. It's really helping the channel, and we'll get VagTechnics here for maybe the next video, and we'll start ripping his car apart, seeing what the crack is, so we can go and push for those big numbers. Cheers, guys.